Rocks, it is your Monday. Time to talk some sports with our guy, Pep. Pep, what's going on?
Yo, Patrick, good morning. Good morning to you and all the rockers out there as we get up on this Monday morning. Yes, the Lakers do have their new head coach, J.J. Redick, in place. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? J.J.'s name had been around the Lakers job for a while now. And if you're a Lakers fan, I guess that's good timing because the NBA draft is this week. And I think it's essential to have your coach in place to find out what you're going to do with the draft. You might say the Lakers are already built to win right now, but LeBron's getting, 40 years old. Anthony Davis is not getting any younger. You got to at least start looking towards the future. So it'll be interesting to see what the Lakers do in the draft, including if that includes Bronny James.
Of course, whether you're a Laker fan or not, it's kind of exciting to see what's going to happen here. Are they going to draft him? You're right. The coach is in place. I believe he's doing his little introductory press conference at like 1:30 today, something like that. Will LeBron be there? There's lots of that talk. He was at the Kendrick Lamar show, so they say he's in LA. There's a lot going on, Pat.
There is a lot going on because last time we spoke on Thursday morning of last week, I think they introduced him as the head, or announced him as the head coach, I should say, on Thursday afternoon. So it was shortly after we had our last talk. And yeah, you're right. Today they're going to officially introduce him, and he'll field all those questions and whatnot. And again, the caveat with J.J. Redick is he's never been a head coach at any level. So he's got no coaching experience, yet he's going to lead maybe the biggest brand of the entire NBA. I mean, the Lakers and Celtics are right there at the top, and it's one of the most recognizable teams and brands in the entire world. And this guy's just going to step in and do it. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying it's a very strange move by the Lakers.
It just seems like basically they were about to let LeBron do the Lenny Wilkins of the 70s and let him just be the coach and play at the same time. And then they're like, okay, well, let's get La Coach an assistant.
Yeah, and maybe that's exactly what they did, right? J.J. Redick might, in formality, have the title head coach, but maybe they're like, hey, LeBron, if we can bring in a head coach, just in title purposes only, a guy that you can, he's like puppet. You tell him what to do. Like, who would that guy be? Oh, man, my podcast partner, J.J. Redick. I'll just tell him what I want, and he'll just do it. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the case.
Also, sidebar, I was listening to a Carmelo Anthony interview, and he was telling stories about how Kobe Bryant could not stand J.J. Redick. So yes. I remember, I was like, whoa. So that is, Kobe fans, they run deep.
No.
And they didn't even like LeBron.
No, Patrick, that's an excellent point. I have friends who are Laker fans, and listen, I don't like the Lakers at all. I'm a big-time Sacramento Kings fan. Kobe did us wrong so many times. He was a great player. There's a lot of Laker fans that look at LeBron still, despite the bubble NBA championship, despite the big in-season tournament championship that they won this past year. They still don't think LeBron is a real Laker. Kobe was a real Laker. LeBron, they feel like, he's not one of us.
And now they hear that he couldn't stand J.J. Redick. Yeah. That was like, ooh, Carmelo, you're making it tough on J.J.
I know. So, I know we'll learn more at the introductory press conference. Again, the NBA draft is coming up this week, which will, of course, involve, I say, of course, it'll involve Bronny James. So who knows? Maybe he will go undrafted. Maybe he won't get drafted. He'll have to go to some, NBA Summer League as a, undrafted free agent.
I have to admit, I'm excited to see.
Yeah, me too. The other big storyline, at least locally, is Duke freshman Jared McCain out of Centennial High School in Corona. He looks to be a lock as a first-round draft pick. So if you don't care about Bronny and there's no other big names in the NBA draft, you could at least watch for Jared McCain, our guy from Centennial High School.
Always cool to see that, man.
Yes, absolutely.
So high in the draft because, he's one of the better players in the whole draft.
No, he is. He really is. And, he stepped in at Duke and became a starter, one of the starting five right off the bat. And I think was their second or third leading scorer. So he had a good freshman year. And, he said, I'm ready for the NBA. So he's a first-round pick. He's going to be a first-round pick.
Follow Paulo Banchero, the guy from my high school in Seattle.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he went to O'Day High School.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Duke finds those guys, right? They scour the country, they scour the world, I guess you could say, for the best players.
Yeah, man. Another sidebar. I'm great at this, right? My nephew went to school with him. I was like, what's it feel like to go to school with the number one draft pick? He was like, it's very weird. I go, I remember it feeling weird when Kobe got drafted. I was like, man, Pep and I are the same age. It's like, man, I'm going to community college. He's going to be a millionaire. You know what I mean? It's weird when you have somebody who's your age who just, boom, skyrockets to fame.
Yeah, and then, again, not to go too far off down this track, but a couple of years ago, there was a guy named Robert Swift. You could Google him. He had some really bad issues off the court, but he was drafted right out of high school, and at the time, I was covering sports, and I remember most kids are getting ready for their high school graduation, or just have graduated. This guy is going to be an instant millionaire, and he's going to the NBA. It was at a time when you could go straight from high school to the pros like Kobe did. And I was just like, man, this boggles my mind how this can happen. Some kids are like, oh, I don't know. I think I registered for Economics 101.
Right.
And this kid's like, yeah, I'm going to play the Lakers and Shaq. It was crazy.
I'm going to need an accountant.
Yeah, yes, big time. So it's a wild world. Let's talk hockey just real quick. We got a Game 7 tonight. Edmonton and Florida. It is down in Florida. Winner take all. And the Oilers have won 3 in a row after going down 3-0 to make this very interesting. So this is it, man. If you're into hockey, this will be the last hockey game of the season to crown a Stanley Cup champion.
Did we call it or did we call it?
Man.
No better words. No better 2 words, I should say, than Game 7, and they gave it to us. Very cool.
Very cool. I don't know. There might be some people that say, well, Hawk-Tua might be the two.
Hawk-Tua, yeah, that's everywhere.
The 2 greatest words on social media.
He's going to need an agent.
But yeah, Game 7 tonight, Oilers and Panthers. It should be awesome. All right, a little baseball too as well, Patrick. We had a brief, an abbreviated, I would say, freeway series between the Dodgers and Angels on Friday and Saturday. They split the 2-game series. Shohei Ohtani, though, homered in both games against his former team. So you have to think, man, that feels a little bit different. It hits different when it's against the team that you used to play for.
And it hits different with the Angels. Like, ouch.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's painful, right? It was at Dodger Stadium, so it's not like Ohtani actually went back to the Big A yet. It was at Dodger Stadium. But yeah, for the Angels to have a front row seat to Ohtani, and I should say too, these weren't just home runs. These were mammoth shots. I mean, they were like 450 feet, which is very long for a home run. So man, right. It was probably painful for the Angels to watch, but from Ohtani's perspective, that had to feel sweet to do it against his former team.
Definitely.
Yeah, and for the Dodgers, now they hit the road. They're going to take on the worst team in baseball. Patrick, do you know, statistically speaking, who has the least amount of wins, the worst win percentage in all of Major League Baseball? Because that's the team the Dodgers will be playing later today.
I thought it was the White Sox.
It is. The Chicago White Sox are historically bad right now. There's a couple bad teams in the majors, but the White Sox are by far the worst team right now.
Yeah, because who was their member there? Ozzie Guillen. Guillen was like, hey, I'm a fan, so this hurts. You know what I mean? He was saying that on the Major League Baseball channel. So, I mean, I love how he's honest.
Yes, the White Sox have had some good teams. This is not one of them. So they're really bad, and that's where the Dodgers are headed later today. So should be a sweep if you just look at the numbers at least. Yeah. All right, and finally, Scottie Scheffler has done it again, the hero that America was looking for, at least from the golf world. He won the Travelers Championship yesterday, and this is the first time, Patrick, since Tiger Woods in 2009, that a golfer has won 6 championships on the tour in one season. So this guy is red hot right now. And I only bring up Tiger Woods because that's what golfers care about, right? Like, especially the casual golf fans. If it involves Tiger Woods, they're like, oh, I'm in. This is the closest we've seen to Tiger Woods in his prime is Scottie Scheffler this season.
They say definitely it's what makes Tiger so special. Maybe the toughest sport to dominate. That's domination. I mean, you're only talking about Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus as somebody who's done something like that. Is Scottie Scheffler. I mean, that's a lot in 1 year. Yeah. And you're right. It's the first even glimpse we've seen of somebody who's even sniffed Tiger. That is pretty amazing. Golf, not so easy.
Yeah, I mean, like the hardcore golf fans, they've got their favorites, right? I mean, Rory McIlroy has had a fantastic run. We've had a lot of great American golfers, Jordan Spieth, Bryson DeChambeau, coming off that, the major. So there's great golfers, but if we're looking for the next Tiger Woods or something that even looks kind of like what Tiger Woods did in golf, it's Scottie Scheffler. And 2009 was still Tiger's wheelhouse, right? Like he was still on top of the golf world at that point.
Yeah, dude, it is pretty wild, man. Well, we cannot wait to see what happens It's a big week in sports, believe it or not. We get to catch up with Pep once again on your Thursday Pep. Tell them how to get your stuff.
Hey, you can always get my stuff and catch up on Inland Sports Facebook. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got the Inland Sports YouTube channels. If you're down with the IE, you like local sports, check us out. That's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.